happy hump day. It is March 13th, 2019. Yes, I had to check my watch because I'm still not fully awake. I've already gone to PT this morning, ran to the supermarket, and now I'm cleaning my lovely bathroom. But I wanted to make a video. I haven't done one in a while on this subject, and I wanted to bring to light some things because there is a lot of information out there. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I was born and raised in the Mormon Church, or also known as the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter Day Saints, or LDS, based out of Salt Lake City, Utah, although we started in Palmyra, upstate New York. So, as you know, or if you don't know, I was born and raised in the church in New York City, and out of all of my sisters and my parents, my mom has passed. She passed in 2015, and now I'm getting phone calls. And my dogs are gonna come, so whatever, let it ring. So, I'm the only one who still goes to church. I haven't been to church since last January 2018, because last January I was still recovering from breast cancer. I had a double mastectomy in October 2017. And come January 2018, my home ward or my congregation switched the hours. So it was too early for me to show up because I would get so exhausted. Anyway, enough about that. So growing up Mormon was always a little bit difficult. My grandparents on both sides of my family were Catholic. And I went to a Catholic school due to my birth defect and my intellect, because of chemical imbalances and whatnot in my brain. I need a little bit more structure, and the public school system was putting me into special education where I didn't belong. So fast forward to high school years, I'm in what we call young women's, and I started to get feelings for girls. Now, being Mormon, we don't talk about being gay, but we know that it's a sin, and growing up, I didn't even know the word or the term, so I pushed it out of my mind. And by the time I was 19, I joined the Army. I served 6.5 years active duty. And after my first tour in Iraq in 2006, I came out as bisexual. And even being bisexual, even in the Mormon church at that time, it was taboo. So what I did was I married a friend of mine, a guy, to kind of protect myself, one, from the church, two, from the military, because I didn't want to be kicked out. And it turned out that I wasn't bisexual, I was actually gay. Now, I never did anything with that guy. He lived with his boyfriend, and I lived with my friends off base, so I can try and figure out who I was, and, you know, how to navigate being gay or bisexual and being Mormon. And at that time, I even stopped going to church because I couldn't find that balance. And from October 2006 until probably June 2013, I stayed away from the church. And I've mentioned this before in other videos. And so it took me a while to find a balance. And I found that balance with affirmation. Affirmation is for the LGBTQ LDS members. You don't have to be LDS, you don't have to be LGBTQ, but having those two kind of helps us out for being one or the other to try and coincide our living with everyday normal life. Now it is 2019, and I've been back in the church since. I got married in September. Woohoo, go me! My wife is not Mormon, so that is what most people think it would be difficult, but it turns out that up until we got married, she helped explore a lot of the religion with me. She's gone to church with me, she's gone to conferences, she's hung out with my Mormon friends, some which are LGBTQ. She's watched Mormon movies, and she's always searched and looked and asked questions. So when we got married, to incorporate some of my religion into our wedding ceremony, she had no problem with it, just like we incorporated some of hers. She is Greek Orthodox. But her religion also doesn't accept us. Now, the Mormon community and the Mormon faith as itself has slowly come about to accepting us, but there are some issues. Right now, being married, if I have children, my children cannot be baptized. And because I am married, I cannot accept the communion at church on Sundays. And right now, technically, I'm either can be excommunicated or I can remove my name from the records of the church, which means my baptism is no longer there, my patriarchal blessing isn't there, my endowments I got in Korea, in a Korean ceremony, so everything was spoken in Korean, gone, wiped, like I wasn't even there. And, you know, that hurts. Neither one of those issues has come up yet because I'm still debating, and I've been debating for a long time. I don't want to remove my name because this is my religion. I've tried other religions, I've looked, I've pondered, I prayed, I searched, and being Mormon is the one thing that makes me who I am. But that's not the reason for this podcast or this YouTube video. It's actually to promote podcasts. I've been following quite a few for a while, and one of them is the Lesbian Mormon podcast by the name of Shelly and her girlfriend Mary. Haha, my name's Mary. And they talk about her coming out process and the many children she has and the way her family and friends and her home ward and whatnot treat her, and, you know, her experiences are a few experiences of the LGBTQ. If you're in a heavy Mormon community such as Utah, California, Idaho, you know, those areas that are heavily Mormon, where people like me, my home ward loves me. I've had a couple people come to my wedding. They loved her, they hang out with us all the time. So, you know, some of my experiences growing up and being LDS is a little different from her, but then there are some areas that she talks about that I do see in my own upbringing, and I hope that one day to be on her podcast, because I definitely have a lot to say, as this video is really effing long, but it comes down to this. No matter what religion you are, no matter what sexual orientation you follow, no matter what your life is, just know that there are people out there who love you and who want to help you succeed. And if you are having an issue, I mean, there are always people out there to reach. And we're always out there to listen. My name is Mary, and I am a lesbian Mormon who is an Army veteran, breast cancer survivor, who happens to be a personal trainer and a community health educator. There, that's me in a nutshell. It's a big nutshell. And the one thing that I've learned from my Mormon father, who took a while to, you know, be okay with everything, basically said this: you're not just your sexuality, you're not just your religion. The sooner you find out who you are, that's you, and everything else is what surrounds you.